everyone. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. My plans today totally went sideways. And that's how life happens sometimes because yesterday didn't go as planned. Today didn't really go as planned. So I had intended to be at my final destination, which is my mom's house, by our call today. And I'm not. I'm on the road instead. So before I jump into our call, welcome to day 4 of your wildly vibrant year. I'm your host, Dr. Nancy Kroll. I'm a doctor of Oriental medicine. I focus on helping women achieve health goals through balancing their hormones, healing their gut, and releasing limiting beliefs through the Dallas 5 elements and radical responsibility. So anyways, I was sitting here driving the car, trying to find a place to pull over, right? So I could do the video. And I was thinking, this is just perfect, right? Even though it wasn't perfect, right? Like I was like, oh my gosh, like, am I going to be able to pull over anywhere? It was actually, hold on, there's a bee that of course came in here too. This is all part of the perfection of this. Let's see if I can get the bee out. Sage, why don't you get out? Sorry, you guys, there's a bee in here and I don't want to deal with that right now. Okay, but anyways, it was like all part of the perfection, right? Is that we have plans and we have aspirations in our life, and then life happens, right? Things go sideways, not as planned. And this is something that I was thinking about when I was looking this morning at everyone's posts, which it's very interesting, you guys. Day 1, mass amounts of posts, lots of visions, right? Day 2, almost equally as many people listed their symptoms. So, but on day 3, when we start to look at radical responsibility, whether or not we're playing victim, less participation. And then by day 4, where I'm asking you to take committed action, even less. Okay. So I want everyone to kind of sit with this and think about why that is. Are you a strong finisher, right? I feel like in general, most people are really strong at beginning something and not so good at finishing it. And I'm kind of seeing that, pattern happening in the group right now. And so if that's you, no judgment, but look at that. Like, how are you going to create your radically, it is radical though, wildly vibrant year if you're not able to actually finish strong? Does that make sense? There's this bee here that likes us for some reason. Hopefully it's a nice one. So anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys about, what the purpose of today's exercise was. So the purpose of today's exercise was for you to identify, 1 to 3 things. Hi, Carol. Hi, Grace. I'm glad you guys are here. Sorry, I was a bit late. You can watch the beginning of the video to find out, my reason why. But we want to take action because, even though I've been teaching like the root of a lot of our health issues as being, states of being, stagnant emotions, like just seeing how we stand in our own way. If we're not taking committed action on a day-to-day basis to try to get ourselves to our vision, then that's a waste, right? So this is like the sweet spot. This is the marriage. And I feel like people, for the most part, tend to favor one or the other. So either someone just focuses overly on the doing, so they're doing all the right things, like they're eating all the right foods, they're eating all the right foods, they're doing all the right exercise, but they're still stuck in their health, right? So there's that person. Or there's the person who, is really good at visioning what they want, calling themselves out on their issues, but then they're not actually following through. So when we're trying to create something new, when we're trying to transform, there has to be both, right? There has to be the vision. there has to be the awareness. There's a bee again. I hope this bee leaves my car. I don't know why it wants my car. There has to be the awareness of how you're going to sabotage yourself. And then there also has to be the action, right? The committed action. And I thought about it. It was so ironic, right? So I'm 100% committed to you guys right now. 100%. So there was no way that I was going to miss our 3 o'clock time, right? And had I not been committed, then I might say to myself, oh, well, this is just something I'm offering to them for free, whatever. Like, I can record this a bit later and send it to them. It'll be fine. Okay? And those are the kinds of things that sabotage us in our life with anything, right? So there's always a good excuse. I had a really good excuse. I had all this stuff happen to me today. I, was driving to my mom's house for the holidays. Lots of good excuses. But when we're in committed action, we don't let the excuses get in the way. And those committed actions need to happen on a day-to-day basis. So it's very simple. I think someone posted on here, I'm forgetting who it was. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name right now, but that she's going to go to bed tonight by 10:30. That's an amazing committed action, right? Think about the momentum that happens when you commit every night to going to bed by 10:30. Massive. I mean, that has huge impact on the way that you show up in your life. That has huge impact on your hormones, on your, how you process sugars. I mean, how you detox, the whole thing. So even though it seems like, oh, what's going to bed going to really do? It actually has a massive impact. So that's why I really wanted you guys to declare the one thing that you're 1 to 3 things. I mean, you could do more than one thing that you're going to accomplish in the next 24 hours. And the reason why I wanted you to declare it and not just hide in the corner and think it, right? Is that it's a lot different when we say that we're going to do something in public. Like when we tell our friends and family or, whoever, that we're going to do something, then we're held accountable to it. Like if we don't do it, then there's kind of something more to it, right? Rather than if we never declare it, then we can kind of hide and pretend like we never thought it, right? And I find it very, very interesting that only a handful of you have declared what you're going to do in the next 24 hours. So I really encourage you to step out of your own way, declare it, so that we can hold you accountable as a group. We'll check in tomorrow to see if you actually follow through. And then also just notice how you feel when you actually follow through with something you declare you're going to do. There's pride in that. There's momentum that's built in that, right? When we start to do those little things and we follow through, we start to trust ourselves in a different way. And there's momentum built. And that committed action, little bit by little bit by little bit, is what creates the major transformation that you guys are wanting, right? So I was thinking like, okay, I want to play this game too. Like, what's my committed action for the next 24 hours? And I think mine is to not be reactive, to have a pause, because I was highly reactive this morning, to be honest, you guys, packing up the car and getting my son's passport and whatever. I wasn't probably in my best. And so I was thinking, what is my committed action for the next 24 hours? Because my vision for myself in 2019, part of that is my adrenal health. Okay. So you want your committed action to be linked to whatever your vision is and those symptoms are that you're having. So my committed action for the next 24 hours is to take a deep belly breath, soften before reacting. Again, simple, minimal, but highly, highly impactful, right? If I do that for the next 365 days, or I guess it's more than that because we're not exactly on the first, but like if I did that for the next 365 days, imagine where I'd be, a completely different place in my well-being. Okay, so that was the purpose of that exercise, was to get you into committed action and for you to see the power of taking committed action on a day-to-day basis, and 2, to know what it feels like to be held accountable. Because when you're held accountable, it's a lot harder to weasel out of it. Okay? And that's why I will never not have a coach in my life. I have a coach, and they hold me accountable to creating my visions and my dreams. This is why my clients in my Inside Out program are enjoy working with me, because I hold them accountable, right? It's a different mentality when you have someone there, sharing the experience of holding your vision, right? And reminding you why you're doing it throughout the time. So I highly encourage you to take the coaching, play full out, don't go halfway. And if you are, notice why you're doing that, because how we show up in one area of our life is how we show up in all areas of our life. So how you're playing out in this program right now is how you probably are playing out in your life. Right? So I highly suggest you take a look at that and then see how you can transform that for yourself. Anyone have any questions? Sage is banging on the window for the bee. Okay, this is another thing. We have to let go of control sometimes. Super hard one for me. Super hard, right? Letting go of control. But when we let go of control, sometimes bigger, better things happen. So if no one has any questions, please post comments, questions, tag me so I don't miss your anything you want me to see. Sometimes that happens even when I'm scrolling. Like I don't know about you guys, but my Facebook on my phone doesn't always put things in chronological order. It's super annoying. But anyways, if you haven't booked your free call with me yet, do so. I think Friday might already be booked up, so I might open up one day next week just to support you guys. But take advantage of the support while you have it. I want you guys to succeed in 2019. Your success impacts me, whether or not we work together or not, because we're a collective whole. I highly believe this. Our entire world is connected now through different strings, and when we heal ourselves, we heal the world. So I am very committed to your health and well-being in 2019. All right, guys. So I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll be at my mom's house, and I will be present for that because I'm committed to you. All right. Bye.